next item is recognition of student leadership. Johns Creek Secretary of State, Ambassadors, State Champions.
So like I said before, it's great that we have so many people here for good, fun reasons. And one of those things is recognition of student leadership, Johns Creek. I'm not going to steal the thunder of our very own Brad Raffensperger, who is the Secretary of State for the state of Georgia. And the competition is housed out of his office. And so if you will, Brad, come on up and tell us about the program and announce the winner.
Well, good to meet you, Mayor, again. So, good evening, everyone. It's probably been 6 or 7 years, but Secretary of State Brian Kemp started the Student Ambassadorship Program. And it was just a little bit shortly thereafter that Johns Creek, the city of Johns Creek, decided that they weren't going to share it with any other part of the state of Georgia. I think they probably have won a majority of all the events. And trust me, I do not do the scoring. And so this is a fair and honest way of winning. But it just really shows the tremendous, really community involvement in this, and also the tremendous, student leadership. And I would love to meet all the students that have done this several years ago, and then come back and see where they are, because they're going places. And this is just a tremendous honor to, present this, this year. Again, it's just tremendous. But, Johns Creek Student Leadership, if you want to stand and if you want to come on up, I'd like to present this to you.
While they're coming up, Chris, we also have a proclamation, and the Mayor Pro Tem can read the proclamation.
Awesome. Thank you, Secretary Raffensperger. And I wholeheartedly agree that this is a good group of students. And in fact, I was joking with Irene that once I worked with them in terms of competency and skill set, I had to go home and start my own development courses to keep up with them as a scientist. So today we're going to read this proclamation for this group of individuals. Whereas Student Leadership Johns Creek is an organization formed to provide leadership training to our local youth, led by Executive Director Irene Sanders. Students are from 5 Johns Creek area high schools and have committed to a 2-year program in which they refine their leadership skills. And whereas the following members participated in the Secretary of State Ambassadors program: Anastasia Stoyanov, Harrison Frank, Ashwin Sharma, Shruti Nimala, Tara Ramesh, Tia Ranchad, Peter Gottschalk, Ava Sun, and Purvi Iyer. And whereas the team assisted with several service projects as part of the Secretary of State Ambassadors 2021 to 2022 competition, which provides leadership experience while teaching Georgia civics to their peers and increasing engagement by organizing and hosting events that encourage participation in voter registration while rewarding points for engaging these activities. And whereas, in addition to working numerous voter registration drives, the student leadership team hosted 2 city council and mayoral candidate debates and worked directly with Johns Creek as the beta class for the first Student Public Safety Academy. And whereas their hard work and dedication resulted in winning the statewide competition for the 4th year and District 6 for the 5th consecutive year, where they accumulated 607,750 points, which was 156,000 points more than any other team received in the statewide competition. And therefore, I, John Bradberry, Mayor of the City of Johns Creek, Georgia, on behalf of the City Council, congratulate the Student Leadership Johns Creek Secretary of State Student Ambassador Program, Class of 2022.
And Council, if you'll come on up here too.
Mayor, we also have the little plaque.
Yeah, that we get to keep.
But also, we also have the plaque, the District 6, plaque for Student Leadership Johns Creek also.
Fantastic.
We're going to get pictures. So maybe the little ones get in front.
Let's see. Let's stand in front of this.
Okay. I'll stand.
You right in the middle?
No, I don't think so. No, you stand.
So I just want to start by giving a quick few thank yous, obviously to Ms. Sanders, who's helped us so much. Big thank you to Omer and Mahar for really guiding us through this process and getting us through this entire year. Ms. Cooper, Sergeant Seymour, Mr. Johnson, and the entire City Council and Mayor and former Mayor Bodker as well. And I just want to present the trophy to the City of Johns Creek.
And, you know, we're getting so tired of winning that I've actually talked to the city management about us getting some kind of a trophy case down here in the lobby of City Hall so that we can display this so that everyone can see it. Again, congratulations to every participant.
Hi, my name is Ava Sun, and I am part of the Secretary of State Ambassador team, and I just want to talk more in depth about the program. It was an amazing experience that I will never forget, and I'm so glad that I had Porvi, Tia, Anastasia, Tara, Harrison, Peter, Ashwin, and Shruti to help me along the way to winning the Secretary of State Ambassador competition. The competition was an impactful event that helped young student leaders to learn more about politics in Johns Creek, while also teaching it to their peers. And I'm so grateful for Ms. Sanders and all of the Johns Creek government in supporting us in our endeavors, such as the Johns Creek Police and Fire Department, in welcoming us into the Johns Creek Student Public Safety Academy, and the council members and mayors for giving us this cool and special certificate. Also to all the parents, thank you for driving us back and forth and watching us in the crowd during our civic debates and events. Thank you for allowing me the time to talk about the program, and now I welcome the next public comment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Irene Sanders. We're here to celebrate these awesome young men and women who worked extremely hard to win the Secretary of State Ambassador competition, a record 4 times for Johns Creek. Each year, we name 9 new students to this team, and each year they astonish me by their ability to work together across 5 different schools and extremely busy high school schedules. When I first met with this particular group, I told them that I didn't really care if they won or lost, because it truly is more about all that they learn along the way. And this group is no different than any that preceded it. They worked as a team and developed strategies to be successful. What a great life lesson. Having the opportunity to host candidate debates in Johns Creek and learn about things beyond high school is just cool. Each one of them are more confident in themselves and their abilities, and have pretty neat stories now to tell their kids in the future. I want to thank each one of you for your personal support of our program and of these students in particular. All of you participated in one of the debates this group or another group worked so hard to present to the citizens of Johns Creek, and for that I'm thankful. Believing in the youth in our city is something that Johns Creek does very well. Student leadership Johns Creek is recognized and respected in our city, our county, and our state as a premier student leadership program, really second to none. I want to thank the city and the city staff for their continued support of our students and our program, Emory Johns Creek Hospital, especially Marilyn Margolis, and Heather Redrick for their generous financial and moral support, and Fulton County Schools for encouraging this program to continue to flourish and serve more and more leaders. Thank you again for championing student leadership. Johns Creek entering its 10th year, my 8th, of serving Johns Creek. It takes wise leaders to recognize and celebrate the future leaders in their midst. And for that, I'm immensely grateful. Thank you.